I'm going to speak very, very slowly. Engaging in open and honest conversation about the historic context of the African diaspora, including the impact of slavery, can help bridge understanding. Share information about the historical roots and the complexity of migration. Emphasizing the importance of knowledging shared history. Encourage discussion that focuses on unity and addressing the root cause of issue rather than perpetuating stereotype. Point number 2. The stereotype surrounding Nigerian immigrants and the broader immigration issue worldwide are interconnected. They highlight how historical factors like the slave trade contribute to present-day migration pattern. In the context of the broken immigration system, it is important to address the complexity of global migration, recognizing the challenges faced by individuals from so-called developed economy seeking opportunity in more affluent one. This includes understanding the reluctance of countries like the United States to embrace open border and the need for comprehensive immigration policy or reform, which include addressing the status of long-standing immigration population and providing solutions for individuals like the dreamers who were brought here to the country at a young age, or to recognize the factor irrespective of how the system wants to close their eyes to the so-called illegal immigrant. These people are being put in an anti-human cage, like the way the slaves have been treated over and again. Over and again, over the century upon century, this will need to stop. I'm not going to go back again one more time. I'm not going to pass words because this is the hook of my summation today. And I'm going to go back again and pick the word by word by word by word. And one more time, I'm going to go back. Engaging in an open and honest historical context of the African diasporas, including the impact of slavery, can help bring understanding, period. Share information about the historical roots and the complexity of migration, which means share information about the historical roots and the complexity of immigration. Going forward on that, emphasizing the importance of knowledge acknowledging shared history. Encourage discussion that focus on unity and addressing the root cause of issue rather than perpetuating stereotype. Let me go back again one more time. Encouraging in open and honest conversation about the historical context of the African diaspora, including the impact of slavery, can help bridge understanding. Share information about the historical root and the complexity of immigration. Share information about the historical roots and the complexity of immigration. That's the second advice. Then going forward, emphasizing the importance of knowledgeable of knowledge, of acknowledgement, of acknowledging the shared history. Emphasizing the importance of acknowledging shared history. Emphasizing the importance of acknowledging shared history. Encourage discussion that focuses on unity and addressing the root cause of issue rather than perpetuating stereotype. The second summation there was the stereotype surrounding the Nigerian immigrants and the broader immigration issue worldwide are interconnected. They highlight how historical factors like the slave trade contributed to the present-day migration pattern. In the context of the broken immigration system, it is important to address the complexity of the global migration, recognizing the challenges faced by individuals from the so-called developed economy seeking opportunity in more affluent world. This includes understanding the reluctance of countries like the United States to embrace open border and the need for
I learned a new word this morning. Just by the way, parenthesis, capistocracy.
My phone went up there. It said, so factors like slave trade contribute to the present day migration pattern. In the context of the broken immigration system, it is important to address the complexity of global immigration, recognizing the challenges faced by individuals from the so-called developed economy. Seeking opportunities. In a more affluent one. This includes understanding the reluctance of the countries like the United States to embrace open border and the need for comprehensive immigration reform. Having said that, then over the centuries, so what is all this all about? I'm going to break it down to you in bits and pieces. Okay. Everything that I just said there is more or less what is how can we break that stereotype that I personally was not part of. I want you to first of all mesmerize on that for 1 second. I wasn't part of this. I wasn't part of the problem. But I want to be part of the solution. How can you be part of the solution to a problem that you are not part of? By making people who are listening to me to know that I'm a solution provider and I'm going to be able to provide solution. So this recording today was about what you call the immigration, on immigration. That was the title that I took today. But I took the title immigration. That's what I was planning to address today, and that's what I'm going to address. And in the introduction, I did not want to ramble too much around, so I went in to give my submission first. And the submission that I gave was that there is a general amnesia out there that Nigeria used Americans to get Kpali, and people would use the term Egire in context, but I'm using the word Kpali to get Kpali. So anytime I was or let me just say the very first day I came into the country, that was the standing order. There was no Nigerian that was here that was not interested in seeing whether they can become part of to become part of the system, because they were so scared that if they don't do that, they will lose. And I did not understand that at the very beginning, because nobody threw me out of Nigeria. I came because I was having a meltdown in terms of how to solve the problem I saw, or that was handed over to me by my first grade teacher, Chief Oswan. He handed the problem down to me and told me and my pupil in my class that we have a problem here that is dated back to primordial time, when we got held and our brain drain was taken out of us, and we need to address that problem. I personally took it literally, while my classmates did not take it literally. Now finding out the reason why I took it literally was because I had an attention deficit disorder, and I took it as a gospel truth handed over to me, and I wanted a solution. So I went in and started looking for a solution, and I could not be my mother's father. I could not be my parents. I was a child, so I had to kind of wingle myself, and on the long run, I fell back into hard work. So that is what I am trying to now have a solution to. And it's already there. So then I quickly